What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys are here. Myself, Big John, Big Walt. Gentlemen, been a yesterday was just as crazy as the previous weeks in this NFL season, man.
Hey,
Just you know, crazy. The
Catch a break. I went from leading to last place, man. This kid's crazy.
yeah.
hey, you want a bold? Here we go. Let's start with a bold prediction, right? I got one for you.
Okay.
Buccaneers
Here you
make
go.
the NFC Championship game
What?
because of the rookie running back playing tonight, Rashad White. I really believe the hole in the Buccaneers was they did not have the running back.
But they say Leonard Fournette is starting tonight.
I know.
He's gonna probably get the
But I'm
buck up.
telling you, Rashad White is going to be the reason they make a deep playoff run, and I think that's the only thing that team's missing is that spot because, like I said, Leonard Fournette came in overweight, got
What?
back in playing shape, but did not get back in playing stamina. Got gassed week 3, week 4, has been gassed since and playing catch up. Rashad White's ready to go, and come playoffs, I think we're going to see him take some heavy carrying loads, and have some big games. So I got the Buccaneers making the NFC Championship game on the back of Rashad White,
Even with Shaq Barrett being hurt.
and with the rest of the players stepping up too, Godwin, Evans, all those guys. But I'm just saying, Rashad White's going to be the reason that the whole team gels. I'm gonna go there.
But you do know, like when it comes to like the playoffs, defense wins the game. So the majority of like 3 key players of their defense is missing. So it's like, yeah, they can score, but are their defense going to be able to stop the other team?
Who are not playing for them tonight?
Shaq Barrett is out for a whole year. KJ Brett is out, and Logan Ryan, one of their safeties.
Dang, yeah, that's tough.
That's 3.
Make a bold prediction. Do they lose tonight?
No, me personally, I got them winning tonight still, just based off of
because we all remember the last 2 years they played in.
That's fair. That's
not went well for Tom.
That's fair enough, but I mean, I can't really say I trust. I trust Brady more than I trust Andy Dalton. Feel me? And low key, Brady still is lightweight, kind of having a decent season for real. He only got 2 interceptions with 14 touchdowns and over 3,000 yards. So I mean, low key, that's still a decent season, even though his
tonight is tough.
Right, it is. I don't know. I just feel like the Bucs is gonna take this one though, for real. Like think
about the first game. They didn't really take off until they had the little altercation, and Mike Evans got kicked out.
But you mean at that time though, Brady was going through his divorce stuff. He wasn't really in the right mindset of
I get that, but before he beat them a couple weeks ago, he was 0-4 since he got the Tampa. Well, I mean, he beat him in the playoffs, but in a regular season, it's just something about New Orleans.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Hang on, but that cornerback, that cornerback that gives him trouble ain't there. I was spacing the name, but
Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, he ain't there. He ain't playing, right?
Yeah, but it's something about you still got Cameron Jordan.
I'm just saying, no one gives Brady trouble like Marshawn Lattimore does.
I think Cameron Jordan does. Because Tom ain't fast.
And he every pass he tried to throw, he batted down last time. He picked him off twice. I mean, he had Brady's number. I'm just saying, I believe that this man, Rashad White, and I think we will see 152 touchdown game before the end of the season from this man. I think he's going to be that special for the Buccaneers, and that's why I'm giving him a deep run.
Okay.
All right, that's your bold prediction. All right.
Well,
that's just like my bold prediction saying that the Browns can still make the playoffs. But
let's go from Tampa Bay to the Bay. San Francisco. The Niners. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo has a broken foot. And I think they say he had surgery either today or yesterday. and he's officially out for the season. What does this mean, gentlemen, for the Niners and Jimmy G, the future of Jimmy Garoppolo? We're gonna start with you, Walt.
Oh, of course you want to start with me, don't you?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
honestly, I mean, it's the fact that with Jimmy, trying to come into the season, I think he was trying to come into the season to try to get paid for next year. And the fact that he was still going through that, quarterback controversy with between him and Trey Lance. And then, it's unfortunate that both of them went down for the 49ers. But for that young kid to come in, Brooke, I call him Brooke P, because I can't pronounce his last name. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But he came in and, he did what he needed to do. He still got the 49ers to win. I'm not sure if he's going to be like, well, he has to be pretty much the future. Well, the future for the rest of the season, I should say, unless going on to our next topic, they signed this other guy, but that's what, like I said, that's for our next topic. But I don't know. I just feel like he can possibly keep the job, especially with the team that's around him. He has a lot of weapons. Of course, we're having Debo. Christian McCaffrey, and that defense was pretty much just like a top 3 defense right now with, Bosa going crazy, Fred Wagner going crazy, who I think you said was possibly going to be Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just pretty much that defense is just, pretty much carrying them, I feel like, right now. So if he can, play like how, the dude from Dallas played before Dak came
Michael
back. He
Parsons.
can, yes, sir. If he can maintain.
Oh no, you talking about Cooper Rush?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If he could play like that and then just pretty much maintain the game, I mean, I feel like he can possibly take. I won't say take them deep, but he can still have them at least finish the regular season out with with a good winning percentage, I should say.
What about you, John?
Baker Mayfield is not going to the 49ers. I'm just going to put it out there right now. He's not going to the 49ers. This is a team who, like, they want to see what they got in Brock Purdy, and then also, they have enough of a, they're not just going to collapse. This team isn't going to collapse because Purdy's under center. Because here's the thing, all they need Purdy to do is just the bare minimum, just play game manager. Like, if it was on him to go out and throw 30 balls a game, yeah, they're in trouble. But Garoppolo was only, I know he had 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Those are game manager numbers. Those are not take the roof off numbers, right? So they just need him to do, I'm not saying he's going to do it as well as Garoppolo, but just do what Garoppolo did, maybe a lesser level. But, like, listen, Christian McCaffrey is definitely coming into his own. He's definitely found a niche with this team, and so just use what you have that already is successful. Stick with that. Let Purdy just play QB. Just hold us out until Trey Lance can come in at QB. I think he's set to return for the playoffs, maybe. And then we'll
Trey
see.
Lance.
Trey Lance.
No, I think he's out for this season and next season.
Yeah, I think they both out for the remainder of the season.
I heard he could come back for the playoffs, but maybe not.
I mean, you wouldn't want to throw your second year quarterback into that kind of fire. Like, bro,
are you going to throw Brock Purdy in that fire? Then that's where it comes down to. So
I think
you got to go find.
I think they would be more comfortable because Brock Purdy is getting the experience now. So, come January, the offense. Just don't throw the game away.
And you can win that way. You can win a Super Bowl that way. It's not going to be easy. It's a long shot, but this is the team that is good enough in all assets of the game to win with any quarterback. I'm not saying any quarterback can win, but I'm just saying, like, if there was a team that could do it, this is the team.
They would definitely have to pull. Well, my fault, bro, John.
No, pretty much that's it. Like, really, it's just So is Brock Purdy that guy? We'll find out in the next 2 games. But if not, yeah, you definitely got to make a move. It's not Baker Mayfield though.
Yeah, I think getting Baker it would be tough. And when I say be tough, it would be tough for him to learn an offense, and be able to, be a quarterback pretty much by the end of this month. Because by the end of this month, you're getting ready for the playoffs. And do you really want to bring someone in that is not playing to the best of their ability? I think with Brock Purdy, being in that system during training camp, OTAs, things like that, he's more equipped going forward because, he knows the system, he knows the calls. He probably can't make, you know, judgment calls at the line and stuff like that. But like I was saying earlier, just get it to the town. Hand it off to Christian, throw it to Kittle, get it to Ayuk, get it to Debo, and just get out the way. Now I ain't gonna say, because I think eventually with most game managers, they're gonna put you in a position where you have to make at least a throw. And that's what Jimmy Garoppolo was good at. He was able to make a throw until, they played the Rams in the championship game. And, he had to make the throw, but that pressure was in his face. So I think, as San Francisco, they're not panicking. It's just like, look, it's your time. Like the NFL, next man up. That's why you do all this studying and game film and watching everybody else in front of you. So I'm gonna share your time you can perform. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they go about things with Brock Purdy going forward.
Yeah, I mean, just close it out. I mean, Brock, we got to still remember he's still young, man. He's
Yeah.
only 22.
Yeah.
He's still, and like you said, he still got to learn the game. He's still trying to learn the system.
Mhm.
But like you said, he does have enough talent around him to where towards, like I said, he can just pretty much maintain the game, like Nico said, and just get out the way. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just get them.
Don't force nothing. If it ain't there, throw this shit out of bounds.
Just get it out of there. I mean, because like I said, he came in and threw what 276 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not bad. That's not bad. If you can come in and do that every game, you won't even honestly, he won't even have to throw 200. In my opinion, he doesn't even have to throw 276 yards. He could probably throw maybe between 150 and 200 with the touchdown, maybe 2, and no interceptions. I'll be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And just let, like you said, that talent and that defense control the game. So, like I said, like we've been, saying, just maintain, don't force anything, just let the rest of the talent do what they need to do to get you guys to the promised land.
Go ahead, John.
I do think this guy is going to win them some games. I think most games he should rely on the talent of his team to get it done, but I do think he is going to go out. I watched his highlights. That doesn't tell the whole story. You need to watch the whole game to know the whole story. But I watched his highlights, and I saw some throws that I really liked. That I was like, wow, I wish Russell Wilson made that throw. Because it's just finding the open receiver, and that's what this guy's doing. And that's what a lot of quarterbacks are trying too much. And it's like, just find the open guy. And that's why this guy was successful last week. And real quick to Walt's point earlier about Brady, where he's going through the marriage and all that stuff, and how it affects your game and all that stuff. Like, that's my reason for not wanting Baker is you read this guy's tweets and his Instagram and everything. The dude's clearly in his feelings about the whole Cleveland situation. It's like, dude, you got to move past it. Like,
still,
that's fair. Yeah, I mean,
he's still in his feelings about it.
I've heard that he still feels some type of way about it, especially now that he's, been released.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah, go ahead.
Release a second. No, real quick, let you take it from here. Like, now getting released second time, dude's definitely in his feelings. Like, I just wouldn't bring that. I wouldn't bring him in right now.
All right, so wait, Walt, before you go, next topic. Baker Mayfield, they say mutually they agreed, I guess, together to part ways from the Carolina Panthers. What is your take on your quarterback leaving Carolina?
Now that you keep saying my quarterback, bro,
your favorite quarterback.
Right. You told him he would be there for the long term, knowing you was looking elsewhere.
Look, we appreciate everything Baker did. He was our first quarterback to get us a playoff win. I will never forget that. But it was just, as you can see, we have seen deep inside of that, I guess that one hit year wonder, if you want to call it, I should say maybe two, because if you want to call his rookie season, he broke the rookie touchdown record, so that was a good year. But then, like I said, I would say his best year is when like I said, he got us our playoff win against of course our rivals. So I mean, just honestly, I just feel like Baker is just he had all career lows this year. It was just not a good sight to see. He had 57% a completion percentage, and he was only throwing 187 yards, and he had 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So I mean, I just feel like Baker needs to take this time to, maybe take a vacation, clear his head, get, like John was saying, get out his feelings about the Cleveland thing. And then I'm sure he's going to be feeling some type of way about what just happened with the Carolina Panthers. So, I mean, I just really feel like he needs to just get away with his wife. They need to just, take a vacation, let him clear his head and just focus and just get in the gym. Just get in the gym, watch a lot of film, and just try to become a better quarterback, man. Because just right now, for you to get replaced by an XFL player, and this is no disrespect to PJ Walker, but I mean, this is the NFL and that's the XFL. You feel me? So you to get replaced by an XFL player, bro, I just feel like that's a bad look, especially you being the number one draft pick. So I just feel like he just need to take some time and just get his head right and just become a better quarterback. Because just right now, it's just clearly you not in the right state of mind, and everybody sees it, and it's shown. So that's all I can really say about Mr. Mayfield, and I pray for the best and hope for the best for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you why this was mutual. They both get to come together, screw the Browns, because if this man played too many snaps, the Browns' conventional pick becomes a 4th round pick, and now by walking out that door, it becomes a 5th round pick. So it was another screw you to the Browns, is what this was.
I mean, I guess if you want to go that deep into it, then yeah. But
to that point, I don't see him starting for not another team, unless I can't even really give you a good scenario to where he could start. But it's just one of them things, man. I think he was a product of his environment in Cleveland. I think he did all right. When Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt could run the ball, yes, they all look productive. But, back to your point about that Steelers game, didn't they force like 4 turnovers in that game?
There was a lot of turnovers that game on both sides.
You short field. So, if you got 35 yards and then the end zone, if you ain't scoring touchdowns with 35 yards left, that's a problem. So, I think that was really his shining moment. And he had some games to where he could have stepped up, but he just didn't. And then, everybody was saying this is his second chance going to Carolina and stuff. But I'm like, what's in Carolina? What's in Carolina? What? He ain't about to turn him around and take him to the playoffs. Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah, they was trying to make it seem like he was about to pull like an Aaron Rodgers or something.
Right, like he the savior of Carolina. Like, come on, bro. So he ain't built like that, and neither is Carolina.
Can I say the NFL did y'all a favor with one of the worst calls in NFL history by that head-to-head helmet on y'all's player to keep y'all out of the Super Bowl?
I won't necessarily say he did us a favor because we don't know how deep we could have went if that call would have been reversed. You feel me? Or you
went to the Super Bowl and you would have given the Buccaneers a run for their money because they could not stop that rush that year. They not as well as they could stop Kansas City and injured Mahomes. So I mean, if Baker, I agree, that Super Bowl. Maybe you get a Super Bowl out of that, but I'm just saying at the opposite side, let's say you don't win a Super Bowl and you go to the Super Bowl with Baker, it's really hard to get rid of him.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, to that point, no, it's not.
That's true.
I mean, the Ravens.
I was
going to say the Ravens let go of Trent Dilfer after winning.
Yeah, Nick Foles, Jared Goff. Yeah, there's a lot of guys.
You know how bad you got to be for the team to be like, hey.
Yeah.
We still not bringing you back.
That's true. You're right. So the NFL still screwed the Browns.
You get a ring. That's about it. Don't
That's all you
No,
get
this
is a
ain't that, bro.
little parade.
All right.
But I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I hope Baker for the best. I mean, and who's to say? Like I said, just going back to John saying, if we did, win that Kansas City game, I mean, who's to say if we did get to the Super Bowl? I still think possibly if the Browns still had the opportunity to go out to Watson, they still would have went out to Watson regardless. If
And they should have. You
you know,
should.
because just
Because he
based
ain't
on
walking through the door every day either. Like,
yeah, definitely not. Especially
I
like
mean, not walking through the door. He's not available every day.
but still though, but like honestly, when you get a marquee talent like that, I mean, there's if you have the chance to get them, especially coming to Cleveland, because a lot of people don't really like coming to Cleveland. It's cold as hell. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the winters. You feel me? But a lot of people don't like coming to Cleveland. But if you could get the opportunity to land a big talent, like I said, like at the Watson, I'm sure, like I said, regardless if Baker would have got us to the Super Bowl or not, we still would have probably went after Watson regardless. So at the end of the day, it's just I just feel I won't say I feel bad for Baker. I just feel like he just like I said just needs to take some time off and get his head together. So
yeah. Well, switching gears, AD Anthony Davis has been killing, helping the Lakers win 8 of their last 10.
Sheesh.
And they only lost one of them like on a buzzer beater. They technically were
Yeah,
almost
to San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Pacers.
Was it the Pacers? Okay.
Yeah, Pacers beat them on a buzzer beater.
So, John, we're gonna start with you, man. What is your take on this? I ain't gonna say new version, but the Anthony Davis people has been wanting in LA.
I mean, this is good, right? This is good because it sparks something, hopefully, in the rest of the players. Also, it puts them in their roles. You've seen Westbrook having 6-point and 3-point games, and I don't want to see that from him. But at the same time, like he's okay becoming a facilitator, and I want to see him aggressive. I want to see him attack. I don't want him Ben Simmons, right? But I do like to see that he understands, like, okay, I'm possibly fourth scorer on this team at this point, and Lonnie Walker's been picking up some big point games. So I like that people are finding their roles with this team is what it looks like to me. Now, do I want to see Anthony Davis average 35 for the rest of the season? No, that is not good come playoff time. I want to see him dial that back to 27, 25 to 28 points a game. But I'm just saying, like, I don't, this is good if it sparks something. If it just means the man gasses himself in the next 10 games, then no, you're just right back where you left off.
Yeah.
How can you gas yourself out when you've been sitting out for like the last year, 2 years? You feel me, with injury. So I feel like this is what
I'm talking about stamina. I'm not talking about getting hurt again. I'm talking about stamina.
I get it, but I'm saying he's been out. So he should have plenty of stamina. That's what I'm saying. Like after being out,
on that. We agree.
But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is like I want this AD to carry the Lakers to the playoffs. LeBron could be playoff Brian when it comes playoffs. You feel me? So I'm not saying I want AD to be gas, but I want AD to continue to play at this level like he was playing with the Pelicans, I should say. I mean, I'm not expecting him to average, what he's been averaging, which is some crazy ass numbers. He's been averaging pretty much 38, 13 with damn near 4 blocks over his past week. I'm not expecting him to, do that. For the entirety of the rest of the season, I should say. But I mean, if he can continue to keep my thing, I just want to see how long he can keep this going. You feel me? I know this is over a game. It's over about 10 game span. I want to see if he can continue this for 20 games, 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? Going into the All-Star game, I should say. You feel me? Like I want to see if he can continue this. I don't want to just see if this is just going to be 10 games and then I'm going to be damn, now I'm about to only have maybe 18, 9, and maybe 1 block or something. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to see if he's going to be able to consistently keep these numbers. Not consistently keeping 37 and 13 or whatever, but just being able to be the AD we all know him to be from his New Orleans days.
Right, but if AD has to score 35 for you to win, that's not a good sign. That's not gonna.
If you got AD scoring 35 and you have LeBron still scoring between 25 and 30, I'm taking that to the bank all day. Just because LeBron doesn't have to do as much as he was been doing in previous years, and I like you just said, Russell, he's been stepping up. Bruh has had no turnovers these last, I want to say, 4 to 5 games. If he can keep that up, no turnover Russ, that's going to be his new nickname for me. No turnover Russ. If he can continue that on, bro, the Lakers, they only 3 or 4 games out of I think the 4th seed. So I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they are going to be making some noise, but if they can continue this on and this can stay consistent, and it's not just, hey, this is just throughout a 10 or 15 game thing, like you ain't gonna be able to, excuse my language, fuck with the Lakers when it comes with the playoffs, man.
But I'll say this though, to that point, Walt, you do need to pace yourself because
Fair.
let's be honest.
He's had plenty of rest.
No. I get that, but you would rather him get.
But it's AD. You know what's gonna happen if you. Yeah.
But you'd rather him get 30 and 10 in the playoffs than in game 25.
I mean, that's fair. That's
fair.
Of
the NBA season. And, to John's point, he got injury history. So, like, hey, do your job, but, like, slow it down, my brother.
This man was live streaming 2K. Anthony Davis was live streaming 2K23 the other day, playing as himself. I don't know the first play, but first game. Runs down the court, blocks somebody, and then is out with an injury and gets carried off the court. And even AD had to just sit there and just be like,
I think I remember seeing that too.
And I'll see the other one when Von Miller fell asleep.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the only thing. I don't want to see a heavy workload put on AD for the next 20 games because that makes me nervous.
I would say pace yourself until you get into a comfortable, that second 2 to 5 seed. Pace yourself. Don't.
Right. And I didn't even say dial it back to 18 points a game. I said dial it back to 27 points a game. That's still, like you said.
But only reason I'm saying don't dial it back is because of the fact if you think about it, Lakers defense is still lightweight trash. So the way how the scoring has been going is every score has been or at least over 100 or at least 120. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to score. So that's why I say he's going to have to average at least 30 and 10 or something like that through, to carry on throughout the regular season. But I just don't want them to put all that workload onto LeBron with it being his 20th season.
But I will say this though, to that point, Darvin Ham has to figure that out. I'm glad we are not the coaching staff that has to figure that out. But you gotta figure it out because you do have an injury prone player, and you got an aging player, in LeBron and injury prone in AD. So you gotta figure it out, because you don't want to fall. You don't want him sitting too much, and you lose some games you shouldn't lose, because the way it's looking, that West is gonna be tight. Like 1-2 games decides if you the first or the 5th, maybe even the 8th. So I'm just glad we ain't got to make those decisions. Go ahead, John.
No, I mean, again, like I said, I'm just saying 27 points a game. That's still, like you said, Pelican AD. Like, that is really good, 27, 28 points a game. I'm not saying dial it back to 22, nothing like that. I'm saying 35. I want to see that in the playoffs, like Nico said. It makes me nervous and also because even the great teams, Larry Bird and them guys, Magic and Kareem, they still have that third score. Paul George and Kawhi, you need that third score to get over that hump. You need Jalen Rose and Doncic couldn't do it by themselves. Tatum and Brown have a third score. They always had a third, they have a third guy who picks up the slack. Even the Warriors. I want to find out who that is. Is it Lonnie Walker? Is it Westbrook? Who is your third scorer? And if AD is taking 25 shots a game, 20, 25, and getting to the line a lot, that means he's taking more hits. We're not finding out who that third scorer is, and I don't think that translates long term. That's the only thing I worry about.
Yeah, well,
fair enough.
Only one way to find out. Wait and see. But
and by the way, 28 points a game is still top 10 in the NBA right now. Like it's not like it ain't bum material.
It's just I'm just saying that. The only reason I was saying that is because, like I said, just on the scoring pace of how they score nowadays, and there's not really that much defense. Games is going to be at least over 100 or at least between 100 and 120. That's what it's been looking like.
That's true.
And but see. Hopefully, I do want to see these last 2 games. Like, I definitely want these games, like this 55 and the 44. Like,
yeah, I'm not expecting that every game.
No, but I like him every now and then. I want him to put the NBA on notice. Like, yeah, I ain't no bum. Like, I'm still here. We're ready to play. The Lakers are for real. I do want those every 10 games. So yeah, I mean, I ain't saying take every game easy. I do like to see this. I want to see these 50-point games. This is what the NBA is about. So
Revenge season for AD, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. We shall see though, how the Lakers handle it going forward. But fellas, tonight, Monday night, we have the Bucks versus the Saints.
Yes,
Who do
sir.
you have winning and why?
Well, I guess technically I already picked, with us, with our Thursday show. So of course, I picked the Bucks just based off of because I trust Brady more than I trust Dalton.
Yeah.
I know that Tampa Bay is missing a few key pieces on defense, and defense is pretty much
Big pieces.
big pieces, yes. And Saints, that's pretty much the defense. That's pretty much they bread and butter. But again, like I said, I feel like Brady, with him having a much more clear head than what he had back in week 2, even though they still pulled off the win. I'm not saying that they're going to be. I'm not going to say they're going to blow them out, but I still feel like it's going to be in that between 7 to 10 point range of how week 2 looked like. So yeah, that's why I'm picking tonight, the Bucks.
I got Bucks too, but last time I picked the Bucks, I lost. and and the Saints didn't even let them score.
Yeah,
They lost 9-0.
Yeah, that's crazy.
On like Sunday night in Tampa, might I add. So I'm nervous.
it was hard to watch.
Yeah, like it's something about New Orleans. Brady is tough. That I don't think he's ever had a kryptonite in the NFL, but the Saints just might be his worst enemy.
And he has a bad track record in Denver. Not against Denver, but in Denver he's got a pretty bad track record.
Might be that altitude.
Yeah,
they
everyone
say it
does.
is hard to
Yeah,
breathe.
altitude, yeah. Oh
They
yeah,
say that altitude ain't no joke.
You were right. Darn.
But
Marshawn being out.
who you got, John? Who you got?
Yeah, real quick. I got Tampa Bay, man. For the reason I said earlier, I can't just count them out after saying all that stuff. And I like I said, because not only can this man run the ball, I know he hasn't found the end zone but once this season, but I like him to maybe pick up a touchdown maybe this week or next week. But also, he had 9 catches last week, and what is Brady like? He likes his. Someone wants to get in my house. He likes his tight ends. He likes his slot receivers. He likes his running backs. He likes them jump off passes, and I like this kid to be able to get that done for him. And then it opens up Brady able to do everything else.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, the last time I picked Brady, he didn't score a point, and I was like, "This is beyond me. What the hell?" And also, I think this is Chris Godwin's first time playing him since he got hurt last season. I think he took a shoulder pad to the knee or something, and yeah. So I don't know. We gonna see though. We gonna see, and hopefully, they can figure these Saints out, man, because they making them look bad, real bad. And the thing is, he's beaten them twice in New Orleans, but since he's been a a Buck, he has not beaten them at home.
Yeah. Well, look, like I said, man, Brady. I feel like it's gonna be a good night. He at home, so I feel like they're gonna take it home. So
Yes, sir.
well, that's been the show, fellas. You feel me? And it's been a real good show, I should say.
Yes, it has.
We appreciate y'all joining us. This is your boy Big Walt, my boy Nico Suave down there looking suave in the mofo. My boy John, the hardest working man in showbiz. Like I said, I continue to like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
I'm not really sure where our I can't talk right now. Subscribes are at, but we still growing. So hey, like I said, we appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Go Bucks. Go Browns. Throw your Tyreeks up. We out of here.
Peace.
Yeah.